Hey everybody, Dylan Distraction here, coming to you live from Atlantic Studios. So I do a quick back to drawing board, show you on my drawing table, talk about comic books, and let you know archivecrossover.com. That's right, go to archivecrossover.com and you can grab my Final Boss variant cover and get Archive Universe, my creator-owned comic book event of 2021. So go to archivecrossover.com right now. Check that out. I'm gonna do a little live drawing. I don't know what I'm going to draw, but it'll be great. If you have any comments or if you have any questions or any concerns, please post them, share them. I'd love to chat. If not, just going to draw here for a little bit. Also, go to makecomicscool.com if you want to grab copies of the Oppressors Raw editions. And maybe there's going to be a collected trade paperback coming out soon, coming to a crowdfunding platform near you soon. So I will let you know about that. If you haven't signed up for my email newsletter at atlanticstudios.com, and where else? I think that's it. Those are all the places you can find all the awesome stuff that I'm doing. And I just want to make sure that the audio is working. Yeah, sounds like it is. So awesome. I'm going to draw for a little bit. And yeah, that's it. Rainy today. Wow. Rainy day here in sunny southern Maine. It is coming down cats and dogs. And I don't think we really needed any rain, but whatever. It's raining. It happens. So, yeah, what I usually do is on the back of the page, I'll draw little boxes, and usually thumbnail out some ideas or some options. And I don't know what I'm going to draw. Maybe I'll draw Jackie Estacado, The Darkness. Yeah, all right, draw Darkness. That's fun. What should I draw for The Darkness? Maybe I'll have him like. That's how my thumbnails look. Pretty insane, right? Like, what is this? I don't know. Is it a character? Is it a bunch of squiggle lines? It's both. Squiggle lines it is. So yeah, if you go to DylanDistraction.com, that's my YouTube channel. That's where I think most people are these days that are watching demo or live drawings. That's where I watch a lot of content. So I don't use Facebook as much anymore. I use Instagram quite a bit. You'll see I'm pretty active on Instagram, but social media it's tough. It's a tough one. Like you think that some things you post or share will get a lot of interaction or engagement, and you don't really have any control over it. It's very odd. So I think that's why a lot of people are going to Substack, because they think, or they're hopeful that they'll have the opportunity to reach people on a very one-on-one basis, as opposed to just kind of throwing a net into social media with Substack or newsletters. You can kind of reach people more consistently, hopefully, and be able to share your work. That's why I'm doing Patreon. That's why I'm at makecomicscool.com, which is my Patreon. I love that, because then I can create something. There are people that are ready for it. They want it. Share it with them. They get it. They see it. They like it. Enjoy it. And then they keep consistently producing content and providing it, which is the best. I mean, that's all I want to do, is just make awesome stuff and send it to people. And that's the goal. That's really all it is. That's my primary modus operandi. Make cool stuff, find people that want the cool stuff, send them the cool stuff, and then repeat ad nauseum, ad infinitum. So that's always my strategy. Um, yeah, I'm kind of struggling with a pose here. I probably should have thought about this before I started working on it. Whatever. What about if there's like a big high contrasty sort of shape? You see creators do that. Like, what about if it's like this big black area here? Because this is the panels that always work, right? So what about if he's like enveloped in this big black, and they'll make that be dark, and they'll have his face like this, and like teeth. Yeah, all right, cool. I'm on to something. Might not be the best thing, but it's the thing I'm doing. So with that old crummy thumbnail, like a face, right? I'll have like this, and then like teeth, like black, And it like swirled around them. And this will be black, right? And that's cool. And then that would leave space up here for the logo. And then this would be where a face would be. And then these will be like cool, creepy teeth. Yeah, that looks neato. So yeah, just found out Christian DeBari is going to be working with Matt Hawkins at Top Cow on a Matt Hawkins book. That's cool. It's like, wow, that's cool. That's I know Christian DeBari. That's awesome. I love his work. He's a good dude. I backed that. I backed hard. Cool dude, backed hard. People still say that? Probably not. So yeah, I just the Darkness finished up Kickstarter campaign. Looked great. Hardcover. I love Mark Silvestri's work. He is a huge influence on what I'm doing. Incredible talent. Pretty awesome stuff. So let's do a Jackie Estacado. Looking like that. All right, and I'll do something like this. You can see that. It's in pencil, but you still see it, right? Yeah. Kind of low resi, but you get the idea. I'm going to go with unmasked Jackie because then I can play off of some of the shadows of his face, right? So, shadow there, I'll put a shadow there, put a shadow there. I'll be where his jawline is. So, yeah, archivecrossover.com. We've hit goal and unlocked the mini print. So I'm psyched to be able to have the mini prints ready to go of Masked Vigilante. Such a fun character to draw. And Tyler Kirkham was kind enough to share my drawing to his social media. He is quite the kind gentleman, and I would say an influencer. I'm gonna say, Tyler, if you're watching this, I've just decided you're an influencer. You're a tastemaker. So pretty cool that he was able to share my work. I appreciate it because obviously we have similar sensibilities with the kind of content we like and the kind of comics we like. So him sharing my work hopefully gets my work out in front of more eyeballs. And I'd hope that me working on projects that he's doing, benefits him somehow. I have, so the thinking is that's the great thing about the comic book community is it is a community of people that want to share each other's work and promote each other's work and the generosity and kindness. If there's anything I can do for anyone else, and speaking of that, if you have a social media that you want to plug or a campaign that you're running or an online store or anything, tag me in it, share it. If you want me to be involved somehow, I want to promote comic books, independent creators, cartoonists. I love being able to share my work and get it out in front of other people. And so I would always tell people that if you have something you want to share and promote, do it. I don't feel as though you're bothering me or spamming or anything. This is something I morally disagree with, but probably not. So most people are pretty cool and they plug cool stuff. And oftentimes when people plug things, I'm like, wow, that's a cool thing. I didn't know it existed. I want to check it out. So if you have anything you want to plug, promote, share, go for it. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. So I have different densities of graphite in these two different clutch pencils. This one's lighter, this one's darker. I think this is H or F, and this is B, maybe. HB, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Kind of leaning out of frame here. So this is when I start thinking, how rough does this need to be? How tight do I need to pencil? And the answer is tighter than this. This is too loose. So we're going to have to give Jackie some sort of a light-colored jacket thing. Jackie jacket. Because this will be white. Teeth will be white. A lot of drawing is just kind of planning. Teeth will be white. This will be black. This will be black. Will that be black? Yeah, that'll be black. So then that'll be white. Teeth will be white. And then this will have like jacket texture. Yeah, and we'll have like a pet. Oh, we'll have it go that way. Cool. See? Just like I planned it. So it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, but believe me, I know exactly what I'm doing. So then I would take a neat eraser and just kind of bring it up a little bit, just so that underdrawing's not competing too bad. And I'm going to go back in and do another layer, another pass with this pencil. I just saw Marc Silvestri posted his Darkness 1/2 cover, which looks crazy good. And I got to meet Marc Silvestri at San Diego back when conventions were a thing. Remember the good old days when conventions were a thing? Yeah, I'm not sure what the conventions are going to look like moving forward. I'm hoping that people can still do them and do them safely and still have fun and enjoy them. I think it's going to be an interesting transitional time right now where we're still not where I want to be or where it could be. So I'm hopeful and optimistic that things will get back to some sort of consistent, hopefully better. It's like, oh, back to normal. It's like, oh, what was normal? Back to better. Let's go for better. Whatever better is, let's shoot for better. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I really liked how Silvestri drew the hair on Jackie in this newest drawing. Really jaggedy looking. And it looked really sharp. Kind of like old Jay Lee, where it's like everything looks like it's sharp. Richard Friend just did a YouTube video about Jay Lee and his influence, and clear that Rich is really influenced by that early Namor Jay Lee stuff and how sharp everything looks. I think of it as a Willis Portacio sort of look, right? Where everything's got this, it's just this real aggressive line work. I like that look. I think that look it's cool. I have a softer, brushier thing going on. Like I think my stuff has a little bit more of a softer edge. But my influences are definitely like Klaus Janson, right? His inks over like John Romita Jr. It's sort of actually I have this next to my table. This is a printout. But I was studying it, looking at Klaus Janson's inks over John Romita Jr. and just the scratchy nature of them, right? Like these textures down here in the snow and stuff. Love that stuff. So that's definitely stuff I'm trying to absorb into my brain because I just love comic books. Just love it. All I want to do is make comic books. And if you go to archivecrossover.com, you can grab copies of my newest Archive Universe crossover event of 2021. So go to archivecrossover.com right now. And if you want copies of the Oppressor's Raw editions, go to makecomicscool.com, which is my Patreon. And if you just want to watch me draw, go to dylandistraction.com. That is my YouTube channel. So what are we going to do here? So these will be teeth. I'll start blocking these in just so you can see them because I can see it here, but with this light on it, can't really see it. So I'll have a bunch of teeth, kind of like this. Got teeth everywhere. Bunch of sharp teeth. Like that. Maybe like this. That's looking good. And then this will be This will be kind of where the fabric and the blackness kind of meld. Sure. Cool. Digging it. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's still raining here, but not as badly. It was pouring all day. Definitely less lightened up a little bit, which is nice. So then that's gonna go like that. Tooth. Really, what I'm doing is just kind of finding where the holding lines are. You know, when I go through and ink this, I can add texture and energy and excitement in that inking phase. What I want to try to do right here is just distinguish where the shapes are. You know, make sure his eyes look good. Make sure his nose looks centered-ish. I almost double tapped to undo that. Been drawing a lot digitally lately. I love drawing digitally, but the only problem is when I draw traditionally, then I try to double tap the page to undo things. Very awkward. So you wouldn't have caught it. You wouldn't have noticed it if I hadn't just said it. Like, yeah. Hey. It is what it is. Whatever that line is what that line is. And I'll put in some hair. And that'll adhere to the shape of his head. Yeah, that'll be cool. There'll be a shadow under his head, like that. And a big collar. Cool. So yeah, if you're watching the replay, say hey. And again, if you have anything you want to promote, post it, comments. Love checking out new stuff. Always happy to spread the word if there's something anybody else wants to show off. Comic book related primarily, but you know, if you have other stuff, that's probably fine too. But if there's new comic books you're working on that I haven't seen or heard about, I'd love to hear about them. So then these teeth will go around like this. Teeth. And then that's cool. See what's going on there. Jackie Estacado, teeth, logo at the top. Make a logo at the bottom. Either way. Not really what I have to worry about because this is just for fun. And then this will be black. No, his hair will be black. So this will be white. It's white. This is black. This is the point where I start going, geez, should I block in the black areas? Let's do it. So this is all black. This helps the inker, me. So later I'm like, was that what? Huh? Damn it. I might try to ink all this with like a brush. That'd be kind of cool. So that's black, that's black. Helps too compositionally. This is a step I often will skip. And just be like, I'll remember. I know which spots are black, spot black, and which ones are white. Come on. Cut it out. As Dave Coulier says, cut it out. But then I get to that point, I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Darn. I do like the spontaneity of that, though. Like, you look at an artist like Jock. I love Jock's work. And you're like, how much planning does he do? I think he does more planning than we think. I think that dude plans quite a bit. Should give him a cross on his... All right, give him all cross. He's kind of a harbinger of darkness. Maybe I should give him a religious symbol on his shirt. I'll give him a tight shirt. I'll do this. This will be dark. Yeah, it's looking good. Getting there. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks so much for watching. Go to archivecrossover.com. Go to makecomicscool.com. Go to batlanticstudios.com if you want to sign up for my newsletter. It's not a Substack newsletter. It's just a newsletter, but I'll send you cool stuff anyway. Free comic books, whatever. batlanticstudios.com. makecomicscool.com. DylanDistraction.com is my YouTube. Thank you for watching. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and